Happiness. It's the one word that drives so much of what we do. It's the common denominator of human desires, the invisible thread connecting our dreams, our goals, and even our daily actions. From ancient philosophers to modern psychologists, the pursuit of happiness has been an obsession, a quest that defines humanity. But here's the real question. Are we chasing something we fundamentally misunderstand? And even more importantly, is happiness the ultimate goal, or is contentment the thing we should truly aim for? Let's start by breaking down what we mean by happiness. Most of us equate happiness with pleasure, success, or fleeting moments of joy. It's that rush we feel when we get a promotion, buy a new car, or go on a dream vacation. For a brief moment, everything feels perfect, and we think, this is it. I've finally arrived. But then what happens? The feeling fades. The promotion becomes just another job, the car loses its novelty, and the vacation turns into just another memory. What we once thought would bring lasting happiness becomes another item in the long list of things we've acquired and moved past. This is the paradox of happiness, as we often define it. It's fleeting by nature. It's not a destination, but a momentary state, something we feel for a little while before it slips through our fingers. And yet, we spend so much of our lives chasing this ever-elusive thing. We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I achieve this goal, or I'll be happy when I get this thing. But when we finally get there, happiness seems to have moved further ahead, like a mirage in the desert. This raises an important question. Are we chasing the wrong thing? What if happiness isn't the real goal? What if the true measure of a fulfilling life is contentment? Contentment is different from happiness. While happiness is about external events or achievements, contentment is an internal state. It's about being at peace with where you are and what you have. It doesn't mean you stop striving or give up on your dreams. It simply means that your sense of well-being doesn't depend on what happens next. Imagine a river. It flows steadily, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, but it keeps moving forward. It doesn't fight against the rocks or try to control its path. It simply flows. That's what contentment feels like. It's a quiet, steady presence that stays with you, regardless of life's ups and downs. But here's the challenge. We live in a society that doesn't value contentment. Everywhere we look, we're bombarded with messages that tell us to want more, achieve more, and buy more. Advertisements promise happiness if we purchase the right products. Social media shows us a highlight reel of other people's lives, making us feel like we're falling behind. The modern world thrives on dissatisfaction because dissatisfaction drives consumption. And yet, the more we chase, the less fulfilled we feel. Why? Because true fulfillment doesn't come from external achievements or possessions. It comes from within. It comes from learning to appreciate what you have instead of constantly longing for what you don't. This doesn't mean you shouldn't have goals or dreams. Ambition is a beautiful thing when it's grounded in meaning and purpose. But there's a difference between striving out of inspiration and striving out of emptiness. Contentment doesn't kill ambition, it transforms it. When you're content, you don't chase goals because you think they'll complete you. You chase them because they align with your values, because they bring you joy, because they allow you to grow. Think about nature for a moment. The sun rises and sets every day, not because it's trying to achieve something, but because that's what it does. Trees don't compare themselves to other trees. They grow at their own pace, in their own way. Seasons change, rivers flow, and the world moves in a rhythm of balance and harmony. Nature doesn't rush, and yet everything gets done. What if we could live like that? What if we could find a rhythm that allows us to grow, to achieve, but also to rest and appreciate where we are? What if we stopped trying to keep up and started focusing on what truly matters? Take a moment to reflect on your own life. How many times have you delayed your happiness, telling yourself, I'll be happy when? How often have you ignored the simple joys of the present moment because you were too focused on what's next? Happiness may be the pursuit, but contentment is the foundation. And the truth is, contentment is always within reach. It doesn't require a new job, a new car, or a perfect relationship. It requires a shift in perspective. It's about looking at what you already have and realizing it's enough. This doesn't mean life will always be easy. There will be challenges, disappointments, and setbacks. But when you cultivate contentment, those challenges don't shake you as much. You have a steady anchor, a sense of peace that carries you through. So, is happiness the real goal? Or is it contentment we're truly seeking? Perhaps the two aren't so different after all. When you learn to embrace contentment, you'll find that happiness often follows. It's not the dramatic, fleeting happiness of achievement, but the quiet, enduring happiness of knowing you are enough, and life is enough, just as it is. In the end, the pursuit of happiness doesn't have to be a chase. It can be a choice to stop running, to stop striving, and to start living. Because the real treasure isn't out there somewhere. It's right here, in this moment, waiting for you to notice it. Happiness is fleeting, but contentment is lasting. And when you find contentment, you realize that the thing you were chasing all along was already within you. The pursuit was never about the destination. It was about discovering the beauty of the journey.